Just taking a look at y'all. Anybody feeling hurty today? Same. Hurty?
Hurty.
A little fragile?
Ouchie. Like these are a little loud.
Like a little, we're gonna start
now.
It's, you know, it's
I've been pitching that to creation. Let me know if you think this is a good idea. What is it? Cast nap.
yeah, nap with the cast.
It's a cast nap.
See?
And,
We sell the shit out of
it's
that.
just a room full of cots. C-O-T-S.
C-O-T-S. Although, I mean, if we're being real.
Cots. And it's an extra function, so, because
An extra ticket cost, yeah.
It is an extra ticket cost, and you don't know who you're going to be napping with. But the designated actor or musician, or quite frankly, whomever, is going to have it set up with our favorite nap set. So there might be nap music, there might be nap meditation.
It depends who's napping and what the music is.
And the thing is, you can't ask us any fucking questions because we are there because we want to nap. We are not getting paid extra, but we do get a nap time. So you come in and you nap with us.
Can you all hear Kim Rhodes today? There we go.
Yay.
There we go.
So yeah, what do you think? Nap?
I love it.
No, I think we can make it work. My hair would look like crap afterwards. Now that I have hair,
It looks
be worth
gorgeous.
it.
It looks perfect.
Cast nap.
Kim and I decided that we're cosplaying as each other today.
Yes.
But also, like,
each other.
our outfits are usually, like our style, the three of us are very interchangeable, right? We all have very similar style, just different versions of it. Guys, I had 3 martinis last night, so yeah, that was a strange choice on my part. When they go, can I get you something else to drink? And I'll go, I'll have another one. But then I did that again. So,
I talked about this
That's
with the
me
bartender
today.
last night. I was having a drink at the bar at the restaurant waiting for my takeout. And it was delicious and blackberries and bourbon, like, where did I go wrong? And she said, would you like another one? I was like, no, I'm just gonna go straight bourbon. And the guy next to me was drinking martinis, and she asked if he wanted another one. He said, no, I better switch to beer. And I said, see, that's the thing, because the second one is then you think you can have a third one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The second one is the mistaken
That's
choice.
funny, because the first one I always thought I could have a 43rd one.
Oh my God.
Which may be why I don't do it anymore at all.
Yeah, I think I order a martini like I would order another glass of wine, but it's not the same.
It's a little different.
A little different. I have learned my lesson while trying to pack my suitcase this morning. Did you guys want to ask questions?
Okay, so wait, where's Quinn?
Alright. Quinn.
Where's Quinn?
Patient Quinn.
Quinn.
Maybe she's still sleeping.
With loving respect to the rest of the line, Quinn didn't get to ask her question yesterday and very sweetly asked if we would be here answering questions today. So would you be willing to let her come up and ask her question first, please? I know you
Say
don't
no.
really,
Say no.
You know, I was going to say I'm not really giving you much of a choice when I'm putting you on the spot
I don't
like
know if
this.
she's
but
here. Can somebody make
she's
me
right
know?
there.
Where?
She
Where?
just walked to the front of the line.
Oh, hi,
Thank
honey.
you, Quinn. Hi, sweet pea. Hi. What's your question?
It's for Kim.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Sorry.
Don't swear at her. How dare you?
What was the change like from Sweet Life and Zack and Cody to Supernatural?
Oh wow, it was a big change, but honestly, more because multicam. The question is, what's the change like going from Sweet Life to Supernatural? And it was more because I went from a multicam sitcom, which is just basically in a big room, to a single cam, 2 o'clock in the morning, running through mud. Not as comfortable. But like, the co-stars were pretty much exactly the same, just different heights. Thanks, Brittany.
Thank you, honey.
Hello.
Yo.
Hi.
What's up?
It's morning.
Morning.
So my question is for all 3 of you. I want to hear about what your favorite sounds are, like the sounds that make your brains just go like burr.
Where do you get these fucking questions? Well, you youngsters, get off TikTok. These are too hard. Did I not just say I had 3 martinis last night? You asked me my favorite color and a Just kidding. What was your question?
Favorite sounds. Sounds that make you go, ooh, bird.
Like in a good way. Give me goosebumps in a good way. Coffee percolating. That's a good one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I used to live down the road from school, and I loved to hear the kids like laughing and screaming on the playground. It made
Screaming in a good way.
yeah, happy screaming. Well, no, they're angry screaming. They're little kids. It all sounds the same. But like playing, you know.
Being kids.
Yeah, I loved it. Like nobody's telling them to be quiet. You know, nobody's like paying any attention. They're getting up to all kinds of shenanigans, laughing. I loved it.
I like, oh, it's so stereotypical, but surf, ocean. It sounds like I can breathe. That makes sense to two of you. And, but you're my people. And my cat purring. Like when he gets up, when he's the most happy, it's Jack. For those of you who know who I'm talking about, Jack is the orange cat. And when he's the most happy, he purrs with a song. Like there's the purr that's just, but when he's super happy, he goes, and I just, yes. I would say my child laughing, but that always is a foreboding sound. So the sound itself is frightening, but also joyous. Thank you for the question.
That's a great question. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. My question is mainly for Kim, but you guys can all answer. I was wondering if, due to last night's partying and this morning's circumstances, if you had any possibly bad mom advice for us today.
Oh yeah, stop it too. It's possibly bad, but possibly good. The possibly bad mom advice is stop it too, unless you don't want to. Possibly bad mom advice from
Bad mom
you
advice?
learned that
Oh yeah,
learned
you'll
last
catch
night.
up on your sleep.
Yeah, you don't, possibly
You'll
bad
totally
mom advice.
catch up tomorrow. It's fine.
Yes, you'll always catch up on your sleep. That's good bad mom advice. It's always possible to catch up on your sleep. Bad mom advice.
Is bad mom advice like bad advice?
No, it's possibly bad. I always
Possibly.
think it's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I'm always like, this is good advice. And then I play it back in my head and I'm like, or possibly not. So sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, depending upon who needs it.
I've always found it super helpful.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
young. You have time. Just kidding. No, I have no
martini,
advice.
Briana.
What's that?
I like 3 martinis.
She used to be around a lot more often. I was saying to Kim, I was like, I can't handle my alcohol anymore. I used to. Now I'm getting old. Oh, look at Grace. Okay.
You know what? I've noticed as the senior member of this panel, as we get older, they do put the ground further away.
Thank you. That's true. That is true. There's a lot of grunting
Some
voices.
little fucker turns up gravity. There's a little fucker down there with a knob that's just like, oh God! Yeah.
I did not know this, and it makes so much sense.
I'm just letting you. I'm feeling it. It will go no further than this room, though, right?
Right.
Otherwise, they'll come after me.
The
Great.
tweeter.
I always appreciate it.
You're sweet. Thank you. Sit down.
Anyone over here brave enough to ask a question?
And that's when the room became really silent for a long time.
They're leaving.
Hi, so my question is for all 3 of you. We all know that Supernatural is like our comfort show and we love it. Do you guys have a comfort show, your favorite like go-to anything show?
Do you know what show I've seen? I think I would do a watch of it once a year since I was probably 20. It's Sex and the City. And I know it's a very cliche. It's so strange to be like, I've been watching that show for 20 years. And it's so strange that it's dated. I'm not going to talk about the spin-off. But I don't know. There was something from it that I watched. The first time I watched it, I was right out of school, like right out of college. And so it was very like, oh, this is the future. And I love New York City. It's my favorite. I'm from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. So New York City was like, whoa, this is amazing. So I just loved it because everything was very grown up and big city and it was very all the things I wasn't. And now when I watch it kind of going, because I am older than those women now, is that I watch it going, oh wow, that's interesting. Like, oh, I've done that, or I've reacted that way, or oh, I've had, feelings like that. I just find it fascinating to watch as you get older, because weirdly the context of the show changes about love and relationships and self and discovering yourself. So I watch it all the time.
Mine is the original Muppet Show.
Really?
I don't watch a lot of television,
Yeah.
but like if you're specifically saying what is your comfort show, what is something you put on when I'm like, the world's too big for my brain, it's the original Muppet Show, yes.
I love that so much.
Is it surprising?
It's very surprising, I think.
Is it really?
I mean, it is and it isn't. What do you think? I think I assumed you'd watch like
not
dark.
surprising. Just, I didn't know, but it's not.
No, my brain is already so dark. If I need to
Getcha,
brighten
I
it
getcha.
up, I'm like, I'm not gonna put more darkness in there. It's already full of it. Why?
And I'm the opposite. I'm like, rah, when I watch Vikings or Sons of Anarchy or something really like, rah, yeah,
Yeah,
and I feel better. But I also watch This Is Us.
Have you seen it all?
I'm not, what?
Have you seen it all?
No, I'm saving the last one.
Oh, okay.
I am not like a super emotional crier type person. And I think that watching that show it's like I cry every episode about something. Every episode. I love it so much. But then I go back to Vikings. And I'm like, how can I make my hair like that?
Very Viking chic.
Yeah.
I like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. First, Kim, I just wanted to say that I am going to be graduating as a social worker next year, and I wanted to let you know that, you are what I want to be when I grow up, per se.
Oh, be better. Well, be better. You be you. Oh, my love, thank you so much, and congratulations.
When you were telling this little one yesterday, I will tell you and explain what I said in ways that make you feel safe. I was like, that's who I want to, that's what I want to be. So I just wanted to ask all of you, as a person who deals with anxiety and confidence issues, how did you guys get to the point that you're at with self-love and confidence in who you are?
It's a never-ending journey.
It's kind of, there is no end to it. You don't reach confidence and go, there, done.
I think a lot of it
Ebbs and
comes with age. Yeah, I think a lot of it comes with age because you look back and you're like, I've had this experience recently where you look back and you see a picture from 10 years ago and you remember what you were thinking and you look at that picture and you're like, that's not what I see. That's what I know was happening, but what I see was kind of awesome. And I use that as a reflection on my current state. To say, wow, well, in 10 years I'm gonna look back and be like, wow, you were doing pretty good, so why not think that now? Instead of waiting. So you have to have some years to look back on. But it doesn't have to be 10, you can do it now. Look at a picture from yesterday. And be like, wow, she was having a good time, look at that smile.
I agree with both of this. I think practice, giving yourself permission to be in progress, and because I know what you were asking for is a tool that I am exploring right now is called rigorous honesty, which means a lot of times my anxiety comes first. For me, my experience of anxiety and discomfort lives in my neurological wiring. So I am usually frightened before I know what I'm frightened of. So I get there it is, and then my brain goes, dee, 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 dee. I'm like a little fear-seeking missile. I'm like, what's scary, what's scary, what's scary? That thing's scary. And then I grab a hold of it and I attach it to the fear. At no point do I ask myself, is this true? Because I assume if I'm afraid of it, it is true and can kill me. And so I'm learning to stop and say, the fear's okay, honey. That just lives in you. The thing is okay, honey. That just exists out there. Is this moment true? And that is so hard because so much of my identity is wrapped up in I'm scared and I gotta be okay, or I'm scared and that makes me mad, and ooh, I spent all my life so angry because anger is a reaction to fear, and my coffee just kicked in. I'm really sorry. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Hello, I just showed up. And so working on when I'm lying to myself as an excuse to not move into courage. And so that is a tool that has helped me a lot. And just being like, what's the story I'm telling myself? Is it true? And still giving myself love for being wherever I am on that journey. Because like really, that's the other thing I do, is give myself permission to be doing the best I fucking can at any moment.
Thank you. I don't really have much to add. These ladies nailed it. I had 3 martinis last night. I want to echo a few things. One is the way you framed it was so great. I've never really thought of it that way. Of like, look at yourself like you're a photo in a moment in the future, and be like, you know how in therapy, for those of us that go to therapy, you talk about inner child work, which is like, for me, I do exercises where I go back and I talk to younger versions of myself. Like if I'm experiencing something that's challenging me right now, I go, okay, well, when did I first have that feeling? And it's always some point in our childhood or our, teenagehood. And then I go back and I kind of had a gentle conversation with a younger version of myself. I think that's the way you framed it, is such a cool way to look at it, as future version, as in I'm the younger version of myself now. And then what Kim was saying with, it is a muscle. Confidence truly is a muscle. I can't express that enough. You have to practice it every day. And sometimes you have to do it, especially on those days that you wake up and look at yourself and feel worthless. You have to work so hard on those days to go, I'm not. And if you cannot flip that switch so easily, try this, which is something that I try every once in a while. I go, what if that's not true? You don't have to say it's not true. You can go, what if it's not? Be open to the possibility of it not being true. And practice doing that. That's it. Bye.
There's on that show I was talking about, This Is Us, there's something some of the characters do, which is worst case scenario, go. And I do that sometimes, and you end up laughing at how bad you can imagine it's going to be, because it's ridiculous.
You end up laughing?
I was like,
oh yeah.
I always end up going, and then I die alone and unloved. Every single, my brain can take, like having the wrong coffee, and what if I go ask for the right coffee, and end up dying alone and unloved? I can get there. It's a superpower.
I mean, I feel like my ability to what if is like a really evil superpower. So I can what if it into like, and then I accidentally get locked in a cargo boat and I end up in like a war-torn foreign land, and it just gets so ridiculous that I can realize, like, you know what, and so because I can imagine those horrible things, maybe imagining even just this kind of bad thing is stupid. And let's instead imagine the best outcome. But at least I'm prepared for the worst. I got both. Feel free.
Thank you.
hello.
Hi, I'm Ash. And I'm sorry if I'm stuttering or anything. I'm really
No apology zone.
My friend Nico's here for support.
Hello. Hi, Nico. Oh, you guys were supposed to sing at karaoke last night.
Oh,
I called your name. You are now grounded. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're so fucking busted.
I love this is what happens when you enter the mom zone. Like, hi, I apologize, I'm really super nervous. Yeah, and you are still in trouble.
That's right.
Young person.
Not for the thing you were apologizing for. Anyway,
I got really nervous, so I couldn't come. I'm sorry.
oh,
That's fair. And you know
I
what?
just remembered your names because they were cool.
Ultimately,
Thank you.
moms support you taking care of yourself. So good for you for knowing
Correct.
what was best for you.
And good for you for putting your name in to at least make me try,
Yeah.
if you felt up to it.
Nico peer pressured me, so.
She encouraged you. Again, sure will.
I just want to start off saying thank you so much for your support for like us neurodivergent, trans, and gay folk. It's so just great to hear, just especially yesterday when that person said they were autistic and you like shouted in joy. It made me so happy, and that stuck with me like all day. It's just, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. And my question is, it's about Wayward Sisters, and me being a lesbian and I'm also non-binary, I have like headcanons of characters, and I would just like to ask, for your characters, Donna and Jody, I would like to ask, like, do you ever think like they would possibly be part of the LGBTQ or anything?
I love that question. I love that you already made me cry. Good, first one for the day. No, in a good way. Because anytime my joy sparks joy, I feel immortal. I feel love. I feel connection. I feel the definition of namaste. So the fact that my neurodivergent reactions spark love in other of neurodivergence, like yes, we're getting to the point where we can all see that different is a blessing and a benefit and expands humanity. So thank you for that, and all of my feelings come out of my eyes. I have said before, and my answer will stay with this, two things. A, I don't write the show, so I actually am not in charge of where Jody goes. Secondly, whatever happens to the character in your mind is right. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Good job. You did great. Oh, get up here and sing. Hello.
Hi, this is my first convention, and you guys were my first photo ops, Kim and Briana, and you guys were so nice and amazing, and I was so nervous. So thank you. You guys calmed me down immediately.
Welcome.
I was just wondering, this question is kind of tailored more towards Briana and Kim, but same if you have input, I would love that. So as far as bloopers go, I know you've seen the one with Jensen and Briana, where Jensen is like devouring the white powdered donut. I was wondering how many times it took to shoot that, and then also Kim with the awkward dinner scene between Claire and Jody and Sam and Dean and Alex. I was wondering what filming that was like.
That donut scene was the first scene that I ever shot on Supernatural. Like literally, I showed up to set and was introduced to the boys. Now, that donut scene was not, the donuts were not in the script. They were, that bit was not written into the script. Phil Segretia, who directed that episode, came to me in my wardrobe fitting and pitched the idea to me because he knew that I worked in comedy, and he was like, would you be willing to do this? I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Anything you want. I love shenanigans. And because he was like, Dean's a bit of an eater, and so maybe you could offer him a donut. Because it was just, we were just relaying information. It was just exposition in that scene. He was trying to make it interesting, which was brilliant. So I, while shooting this episode, am about 5 months pregnant. And nobody really knew. Because if you tell, I don't know if you guys know this about being a woman, is that they don't like you when you're pregnant. So I couldn't tell anybody because I wouldn't have gotten the job. But I thought, oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna get to eat donuts for 4 hours. That thought did not last. So, by the 17th take, we were spitting, you spit them into a bucket, so you don't have to eat them. But they're powdered donuts. You're taking in quite a bit of sugar, no matter how much you're spitting. But we made jokes because Jensen also was spitting into a bucket, and he would always let me spit first. And we said that we were gonna get t-shirts made that says, Jensen, let me spit first. It sounds sexier than I meant it to, but it's the truth.
We had two things that were going on in that I loved that scene, God, so much. First of all, is that we were given mashed potatoes, and some of our individuals found that they were an incredibly effective artistic medium. So there were sculptures involving asparagus. Maybe I should I think I have a picture of some of the sculpture. I don't know if I've ever posted it, but yeah, there were sculptures. The other thing is there was a portion where I was creating euphemisms for sex, specifically, I believe, without a condom. And it became a competitive process as to who could come up with the most obscure yet graphic euphemism for sex while I was trying to act. It was really fun. God, I love that show. I miss it.
So fun hanging out with those guys. They're so funny.
Yeah. Do you have any, like, food-related bloopers?
I mean, I was in a lot of scenes with Jensen, and he's always eating. So there was pizza, there was pie, there was sandwiches, there was all kinds of things. I do remember in Lebanon when the whole family was eating Winchester Surprise. I was like, can I have some salad? Which is not easy to eat on camera, by the way. Salad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can we just, never mind, I'll just drink the wine. It turned into a food fight. We all got scolded. And we were all laughing so hard, like, you know, grape juice, wine coming out our noses. Like, it was just, I think it was Bob Singer directing, I think. He's like, stop it. He's like, you're supposed to be smiling, not like, what are you doing? He was like, whatever. Yeah, you get around, like, bread being thrown, like, it became mayhem rather quickly. Not by me, by the way.
Never.
No, I wasn't throwing nothing. I was trying to wrangle my salad.
I think bad mom advice applying to that set is that anything is a potential toy.
Yeah, you have to, like, just, Jared will, like, fidget with anything. You just, like, slap him.
Oh my God, remember that one episode, Hibbing, where we were in that cabin lodge, we're in the lodge, and there was a sign up there.
Oh.
And Jared, we could not shoot until Jared was able to swing his fucking foot up there and kick it. So we're all standing around, camera guys, sound guys, directors, waiting until Jared can fucking, almost there, swing his goddamn foot, kick that fucking sign. Anyway.
Do you remember what happened when he finally kicked it?
What?
Everybody started, all right, back to one, and he goes, no, I gotta do the other leg now.
Oh, God bless those children. Thank you. She wants to sit down. She's sick of us. Night, night.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. So wish I had stopped at 3 last night, first off. But what is one thing y'all learned about yourselves while we were all quarantined and you had to be like alone? But not alone, I guess?
I'm probably autistic. No, it's true. When I was stuck alone with the voices in my head, they coalesced into a chorus. And also I was working with some experts on the other side of the pond with my daughter, who has been diagnosed autistic, and they kept saying things like, how about you take this test and explore your own neurodivergence? And I just thought they were doing it because they wanted me to connect with my daughter's experience. And I took all the tests, they came back and I went, oh, this makes so much sense. So now I'm in the process of having my own profoundly long and arduous assessment so that I can get my own diagnosis. Yay! Time alone in my head! It all makes sense now.
I was like, oh God, my turn. I learned that I'm an overfunctioner. I bet a bunch of us learned that an overfunctioner is someone who attaches their identity and or worth to how much they are able to produce. And so when we are unable to produce things because we're locked inside our homes, that can be hard for somebody. So I learned that I was an overfunctioner and I was doing a lot. You know, there was a year where we had the spin-off and the podcast and I had an album and I was on tour and I was like, Jesus Christ, but I was constantly doing things and producing things because I thought that was the only way for me to be seen in this world. And that is not true. So I was able to calm my system through a number of different things, but I am no longer an overfunctioner. As you'll see me barely answering these fucking questions this week.
I would say, off the top of my head, that I didn't want to live in Los Angeles anymore. I was like, GTFO. I now live on the East Coast, and it's been 17 degrees for like 7 months. But I love it. I love it. And it has changed me, it has changed my whole family. Like, all of us are like, oh. And I don't know that we would have connected the dots had we not been stuck in our house for 2 years watching LA burn around us. Yeah. I mean, metaphorically.
Well, no, and the place. No, wait, we had fires.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting chickens.
She sends me pictures of the animals that walk through the snow in her yard. She's like, this is the wolf ox or the
It's a coy wolf.
It's a coy wolf.
So the coyotes in the Northeast have mixed with the gray wolves from Canada. So we now have giant fluffy coyotes. Which is why we can't get a cat.
No cats. And also your chickens are gonna need to be fortified.
We have
with little like turrets.
Steel wire, serpentine. And apparently the raccoons are like on steroids. My neighbor said he had a chicken coop that the raccoons pried the roof off and got to the chicks. I was like, what the? I'm thinking maybe a bear opened the roof and the raccoon's like, thanks. But I don't know because we also have a bear. We have foxes. We have. And all the regular, we don't have chipmunks in California where I lived, but now we have them. They're like, thanks for the rock walk. And yeah, it's pretty fun. My dogs aren't psyched, but they're getting there.
They're not?
No, they're like, what the fuck is that?
The dogs.
My two dogs together are 20 pounds. So they hear the coyotes and they're like,
That's fair.
In fairness, they also do that to the train. There's a train off in the distance. She's like, is that a dragon?
And you say, yes, it is.
And I was like,
get back in my purse.
That's right.
Thank you, honey. Hello.
Hi, my name is Susan, and first off, I just wanted to tell you before I ask you a question that I have anxiety really bad. So you guys are my inspiration to be myself, and this is the first time seeing you in person, so now you have my heart too. Aww. So my question is, are you Team Sam or Team Dean?
You were so sweet at first. She's fucking evil.
Wait, are you asking me or my character?
I'd say both. For all three of you, if you can answer that.
I'm Team Yes.
I think Donna and Dean were pretty tight. They had, I think, moments. Although Sam and Donna kind of had Donna's final moment on screen. She's still alive, it's fine. She's fine. But in life, I don't actually like either of them.
That's the 3 martini morning talk.
No, they're awesome. They're awesome. There's no choosing. Or is there, Sam?
Mary and Dean are just alike, but I don't think a mother would ever. I mean, I only have one child in real life, so maybe if you had more than one, you could like one more than the other. I don't know. But a mother would never admit it. And as a person, I just see them both as in need of wrangling. Like,
single second of that. I saw the setup, I saw the prologue, I saw the setup, character development, the arc, the like hero moment, and the denouement.
Merci. Yeah. No, I mean, they're so different. There's no way that to even compare to me. Like.
It's like, I like both chocolate and caramel.
Correct. And they're very different. Yes, exactly.
Thank you. You did great. That was a terrible question.
Thank you. And also, I just wanted to tell the SPN family, thank you for letting me be myself.
Fuck yeah.
Isn't that
Fuck
awesome?
yeah.
There was somebody yesterday, I want to say their name was Amber. Not to call you out, but I'm just all of a sudden the name. But said, this is my first time. And I said, do you feel like you're home? And I realized as that word came out of my mouth, because yesterday somebody asked me my favorite word, and that is one of my favorite words. And that's one of the reasons that I love these conventions so much, and I love this fandom so much, is that it does feel like home. Like you have asked me, when I showed up, I was definitely an over-performer, overachiever, and not at all honest. Because I thought the masks were what the world wanted from me. And the lies were what was expected of me to be loved. And you all showed up and were like, that one little crack of truth we saw. More, please. And I was like, wait, but that's just me. And you fuckers were like, yeah, we know, more of that. And the fact that you do that for each other, I mean, Mama's proud.
Yes, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, us in this room. You know, we make lots of jokes, but we're so lucky to be here with you. You have to know that. We're so, so grateful for all of you. And I'm grateful that you all have each other as well.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I am very guarded. In the beginning, I was much more guarded and trying to be like this certain persona. And I realized that there are no mistakes here. There's no problem. There's no, I mean, yeah, there's disagreements occasionally. But those are also overcome. I met a woman yesterday, it's her birthday tomorrow. And she's here, and I said, oh, did you come with anyone? She goes, no, but it doesn't matter. I have already made tons of friends, and she's been here like 2 hours. And that's what it is. And the question of, are you here with people is sort of idle curiosity. Did you drive here with people? Because once you get here, you're with your people. So it doesn't matter. Happy birthday, all the birthday celebrators. You know, my birthday's my favorite thing, so your birthday's my favorite thing too.
I love a birthday. Fucking love a birthday. Hello.
Good morning, ladies. Hope you're all doing well. Kim, I am one of the two that identify with the surf. Water is my thing. I go to the beach as much as I can just to stand there and just take it in.
Are you a water sign? What zodiac sign are you?
Gemini.
Oh, me too.
June 11th. You're a few days after me.
I'm 7.
You're 7, yes. A couple days before. That was my dad's birthday, so I connect with you. You ladies, I'm older than y'all, but y'all have taught me a lot about I'm still trying to become myself, but you three have helped me a lot. Thank you for that. And my question is, when you're busy, you're out of your head or whatever, what do you do to get back to that Zen place, to get to your happy place?
I mean, just in the moment, or like I'm having a season of crazy insanity and I need to like recenter, or like you're having a moment and you're like, I'm like, okay, wait, I just need to.
Yeah, in the moment,
Is it
or as
macro
a
or micro?
practice?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more in the moment, but it's like sometimes I have a couple of days where I'm just like, ah! And I can't calm down.
I have literal tools that I use when I call it, I'm regulating myself is what I say, is when I feel dysregulated, when I feel angry or sad. There's usually often a physiological reason for it, like I've had too much coffee or too many martinis or not enough sleep. And so I do something called grounding, which is where you literally go and put your feet in the earth. You go for a walk, you go stand in the backyard, drink some water, but just actually, I am lucky I live in Vancouver. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and I go for walks every day. I started doing that during the pandemic, and just trying not to listen to anything in my ears, like any music, and just try to be as present as you can. And this all sounds very simple and trite, but the old stuff is around because it works, you know? And so for me, it's just doing anything to get back to nature and just get as present as you can. But grounding is something that I do that's just a literal tool you could use.
Like that. Quick tool to share. My people have a recipe for when you should stop and take a breath, and we call it HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If I'm feeling the I stop and go, am I hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? If I'm any of those, I get to take care of them. And that will sometimes help my and until the is gone, just don't fucking do anything.
Yeah, I tried, whatever's happening, I try to do something the opposite. Oftentimes it's just, I'll lie down on the floor, close my eyes, and take 10 breaths. And every time my brain goes, but what about? I'm like, nope, I'm on breath number 3. And it goes, I'm like, nope, just. And it's so simple, but those are the things. Like you have to reconnect to inside your body, because otherwise you're living out here, and no, that doesn't help you. So you have to just calm everything down. And that helps me. You have to close your eyes when I have anxiety or somebody's making me really mad. It helps. Simple things.
That's great.
Thank you.
Wow.
Welcome.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Meditation.
Yes, to your spa. It's really great. I said a sauna. That's really good. I like all of those things that you just said, and I'm going to use them.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, learning things every day here at the Supernatural Convention with Samantha Smith, Kim Rhodes, and Briana Buckmaster. Please give it up.